All right, Rob, let's go to a little NFL. And we talked about Sean Payton's, I said, scorched earth comments on Nate Hackett and the Broncos and everything out there.
I criticized him.
You criticized him. He got some other criticism because, what people are saying is that fraternity of coaches, you just don't see that. Look, I'm like, man, say what you say, long as you're ready to answer it. It's a different day. I get the fraternity talk, man. Look, we got a president. We had a president that was saying all types of stuff. We got politicians saying, it's just a different day.
I get it, but there was, and this was my thing, and I'm sure he got pushback from other coaches and people. He heard from people that say, why would you do that? You know what I mean? And I was saying, in our business, we don't do that with other guys in our business.
Some do.
Some we don't do that. We don't get down like that because we're not trying to make.
That's not our job. Is to go at other broadcasts
and what they do in their opinions and their shows. Let them do their thing. It didn't work out, and I just thought it was over the top. That's all. Like you could take up, and I think your point was he was trying to take up for Russell Wilson, which you could do, Chris, and just say. Things didn't work out last year. A lot of new things were going on, and it just didn't come together. And obviously that's why I'm here now.
Right.
And I'm going to try to sort this out. But to say it was the worst coaching job in the history of the NFL.
He definitely didn't.
Nathaniel Hackett heard about that.
Right, he didn't pull any punches. And he talked about it today, Rob. Here he is.
Yeah, listen, I had one of those moments where I still had my Fox hat on and not my coaching hat on. And, I said this to the team in the meeting yesterday. We've had a great offseason relative to that, and I've been preaching that message, and here I am, the veteran, stepping in it, and it was a learning experience for me. It was a mistake, obviously. I needed a little bit more filter. There's a pound of flesh for these guys. And as a coach, you stick up for them, and after a while, we're past that season last year, and I said what I said, and obviously I needed a little bit more restraint. And I regret that. That being said, what I told the team is, if it can happen, and I think I'm pretty good relative to working with the media and pretty savvy. And I just had one of those moments. 2 lattes in the morning, first one I see, and 40 minutes later, I'm regretting it. So it is what it is.
I love that Jared Bell got that out of him. A print guy getting that kind of stuff this day and age, Chris. You don't get that kind of stuff.
Interestingly, because I read it, I can't remember the site I read it on, but they were saying it was almost, and this may be just me, but it was almost coming off like whoever wrote it was jealous, or because they pointed out he had just talked to reporters before, or and even Diana Rossini had asked him, does he want to elaborate? He didn't. So it was almost like they were saying, how did this guy get that out of him? And so you're right. That if you're a reporter, that's exactly what you want to do. And
last year,
look, even if Payton misspoke, it's not Jared Bell's fault.
No. and for people who might not know, Jared Bell last year, Chris, got the highest honor as a football writer. He was selected the 2022 Bill Nunn Memorial Award, which goes for by the Professional Football Writers of America. He's a tremendous. He's top notch, and he got the story.
Guess is they
have a relationship.
They probably had a relationship. Sean felt more comfortable with him. Now here's the thing. And it's fine for Sean to apologize. That's fine. But he is still going to answer for these words. Now, if they win, if Russ looks great, the Broncos look great, they make the playoffs, people may praise him. They may say, hey, he told it like it was, whatever. He motivated his team. He stuck by his guy. If they struggle, if Russ is as bad as he was last year, if they don't even come close to making the playoffs, then this apology won't take away what he said, and people will still harp on that, I think.
No, I think you're right. Whenever you step out like that, and he said he stepped in it, if they don't win or things don't get turned around, and how about Hackett and the Jets and somehow, do you know what I mean? There's some collision course. and Hackett, of course, the offensive coordinator, right? And Aaron Rodgers comes and lights them up, or whatever it might be. Chris, I'm giving stories.
If you believe in bulletin board material, then he just gave
he
a
did
ton.
it.
There's no doubt about it. How do you think? Because I wonder how the players in that Broncos locker room are looking at this. I'm sure Russ obviously appreciates it. Do you think his team and his players are feeling like, man, Coach put a target on our back, or are they like, yo, Coach had our back,
right,
and we got his back?
I think they'll probably let it go. You know, they realized that was kind of spicy. That was definitely a 3-piece spicy chicken from Popeyes. You know, but it ain't going to be like what you have to do as a player day in and day out. You go about doing your business. He apologized. I think he did the right thing. He didn't like double down or he did the right thing. Because then you move on. That's not just what you don't want to do. So I think he did the best thing. I do want to add one other thing about the Jared Bell Award, Chris, which I just saw. So he was the 54th award honoree. How many other black writers have won that award?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the first.
He was the first.
I mean, that's
the first NFL black writer who won the most prestigious award.
This is America,
award.
Rob.
I know, but
I've been writing. I was looking around in here. I mean, I'm glad you brought that up.
I'm just shocked.
Think about it. I was looking around in here, and as Rob G's here, we all here, very diverse. A lot of African Americans here.
We're normally not in this.
Hispanics, Latinos. Like, it's a very diverse crowd. And this is media. So these are podcasters, these are radio personalities,
some
TV
writers.
personalities, writers. And I was thinking about this. When Muhammad Ali was holding court for his fights, it was Lily White in the media.
Right, back in those days.
He was talking to white reporters, but almost exclusively, when he was doing his thing. He would have loved to have seen a day like this when, you know, it's a lot of people of color in here.
No, definitely. It is.
So it's unfortunate. I'm not surprised, but, you know.
You know what? When I read that, Chris, I agree. You think, okay, maybe one or two guys.
There's been great ones there previously, but
it was shocking that he was the first guy. But we know Jared real well, so.
Well, Rob, you remember, and you were, I believe you were one of these. When I first got in the business in the 90s, early 90s, there was always the talk about the talented 10th.
Right.
You know, playing off the W.B. Du Bois, phrase, about the 10 black sports columnists in the country. Were you one of those?
I was number 10.
You were, okay.
I was number 10 at the time. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
I
think it got to 20, and I mean, now obviously there's
because I think Stephen A. might have been 18 or 19,
really?
like in that number.
At the Philly and
but I was number 10. I was the 10th black sports columnist.
When you went to Detroit?
Right. When I went to the Free Press.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, that's how far things have come, thankfully.